Hey guys, welcome to Runaway Homestead. I'm Kim, and I was working on a few small things, or what feels like small things sometimes, and sometimes it feels like it doesn't matter, or like it's a waste of time. But sometimes these little things you can do add up, and over the course of some time you get a pretty good outcome. What I mean is like drying a few herbs. I do like to fill my dehydrator when I run it, because it has to run for so long. I like it to be full. So I've already done some herbs, but I thought I would show you what I do. So after I dry them, I put them in my little, it's a coffee grinder, and I only use it for herbs. And I just put them in there and pulse it a little bit. And then I have these little tins that my mom gave me. This is sage, so I'm gonna put it in the sage can. And these spices and herbs are very expensive. And if I can grow them, I can use them fresh, or I can dry them once the season's over. And I have fresh herbs. I store them in these little cans. Like I said, my mom gave me, and there's a set of like 8 of them. So I just grow what I use a lot, and I can use it fresh, and then I can dry it. And you know how expensive these herbs are, and growing them yourself, drying them yourself, they're way cheaper, just pennies for seeds, and you know, drying them, and then they're gonna taste better, they're gonna be way less expensive, and this is huge. So that's one thing I can do that feels like a little thing, but it adds up. Our tomatoes, we are getting quite a few tomatoes every couple of days. We love to eat them fresh, so we eat all we want fresh. We love like cucumbers and tomatoes, tomato sandwiches, tomatoes and cottage cheese, just tomatoes and salt and pepper. So we eat what we want of that, and then I'll just leave them here on the counter until, you know, if there's any that need to ripen some more, I'll let them go ahead and ripen on the counter, and then I will cut them in half, core them, cut out any bad spots. Of course, I wash them when I bring them in. And then I just put them in bags and put them in the freezer. And when I've got enough to fill my canner, I'll take them out, put them in a big container, let them thaw out. I'll skin them because the skins just fall right off. And then process them however I want to. Okay, so another thing that I'm doing that I feel like is gonna pay off in the long run is bagging up these blackberries and ground cherries. Putting them in the freezer because the blackberries, we have one blackberry bush. My sister gave me a start and it is putting off some major blackberries this year, but I only have one, and they're only, you know, a handful or two every couple of days is all I'm getting. So a couple of handfuls isn't really, you know, gonna do much for my family, but if I freeze those handful or two every couple of days until they're all ripe, I'll have enough to make a couple of cobblers, or maybe even make some blackberry jam. Same with the ground cherries. I have several plants that are putting off. I can only snack on so many in the garden. Not everybody is crazy over them. I mean, they like them, but I don't, well, I know because I've, you know, brought them in, put them in a little bowl on the counter, and nobody really goes for them. So I thought maybe they would like it if I made some jam. So I'm gonna try that too. So doing some little things every day or every couple of days, I feel like pays off in the long run. But that's just one thing that I'm working on that I sometimes feel like it might be a waste of time, but I know over time, if I keep doing it, it's gonna pay off, and you know, I might get a couple of jars of jam out of doing that. So, oh, here's my melons. I'm working on a different way. I'm not real crazy over them. Nobody else really likes them either. I thought they would be a good snack in the garden, but at least I tried. I tried pickling them. They weren't the greatest, so I'm trying to ferment them. They've been in here a couple of days. I just put them in a brine, tablespoon of salt per cup of water, and after a couple of days, I actually like them. So I'm gonna leave them here maybe a couple more days and then try them and see how I like them. And then once I like the amount of brine that they've taken up, I'll stick them in the fridge and we'll eat them, you know, with sandwiches or on a salad or something. But I feel like this is the best way I'm gonna like them. So if I like them like this, I'll grow them again. If not, I won't. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to talk about how little things add up, and sometimes you don't feel like you're making a difference, but in the long run, I think you do. I guess we'll see you next time. Okay guys, this is my last example of how a little thing goes a long way. And it's probably one of the most important. Leave a note for your spouse or your child or someone you care about. Leave a little note in their lunchbox or inside of a book they're reading. It'll make them smile. It'll make them feel loved. And it really does go a long way. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.